Hey guys, it's Ashley, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my trip to New York City and BookCon, and it's going to be amazing. I had such a great time at BookCon. Oh my gosh, it was overwhelming, but it was so great. This was my first time ever to New York, to actually another state, and it was also my first time flying on a plane. It was my first time to BookCon. It was just a lot of firsts were happening this trip, and I hold it near and dear to my heart now. As much as I loved my trip up there, I could never imagine living there, so I'm gonna stick with Florida for now, but I'm definitely going to be returning next year, hopefully. I really hope so. So I'm making this video kind of to just recap what happened, what I got at BookCon, what I got in New York, you know, just kind of talk about things. But I did get a lot of cool stuff, and I'm super excited to share it with you guys, so let's get started. So I flew up to New York on June 3rd in the morning. We had like a 7 a.m. flight, and we got into LaGuardia at 10:20, 10:30, I think. So I missed the very beginning of BookCon, but we did get there at 1. And I can tell you right now, if you've never been to BookCon before, prepare for it to be very overwhelming. First of all, the Javits Center is fucking huge, okay? It is the biggest thing that I have ever seen and been inside of, and it is very crowded. There are lots and lots of people who do not care about anything other than getting their books. I dragged my mom there, and she was with me for the full 2 days. I bought her a ticket just in case I didn't see anybody that I was gonna hang out with, and I didn't want to just walk around alone, and she was amazing. So like I said, we got there at 1, and I literally made her walk around for hours. Like we just ambled around, you know, the showroom floor, and it, again, very overwhelming. Lots and lots of booths, lots of things going on, lots of random people in lines at random booths that I just didn't know what was happening. In that moment, I felt very like anxiety ridden, you know, like when everything is happening and you just don't have a plan and you don't know what you're gonna do, and you're just kind of like looking at everybody who knows what they're doing, and you're just here. That was me. So obviously the first thing that we got when we walked in was the BookCon pamphlet thing that told you what was happening today and what drops were gonna happen where and things like that. I'm just gonna keep this as like a souvenir of me knowing that I went to this BookCon, just like with my badges. And then after walking around for a couple of hours on the floor, I actually passed the Disney Hyperion booth, where I got a chapter sampler of The Dreadful Tale of Prosper Redding. I am so jealous of the people who got this arc at Book Expo, which used to be BEA and now is Book Expo, and I don't understand, but whatever. I'm so jealous of you guys. I just want you to know that, and I want to put that out here right now. But still, this is pretty cool to have, because I did, as I was carrying it, get questions as to where I got it, so that made me feel kind of special. We passed the, you know, Shadow Hunter kind of booth that they had in the very beginning if you were at BookCon. So we passed that a couple times, and finally I got up the nerve to go up and get some of the free stuff that they were giving out. I got, you know, the rune pins that everybody has been showing, Antidote and Heavenly Fire. I have 2 of like every single one of them because my mom was grabbing everything that I was. I also picked up the really lovely postcards from the Dark Artifices. That is really, like, I love these so much. They could literally be prints on their own, and I'm probably gonna take a couple and put them up on my wall because they're so pretty and I love it. And we also got these posters that I still have yet to undo since we got back a week ago. Go me! We went and we ate, and I actually met Joanna from Joanna's Book Nook, which was really awesome. I had autographing tickets to V.E. Schwab's line that started at 5:15, but I also really wanted to go to the Booksplosion panel, which was at 5:15, and I was like, okay, I'll get to the Schwab line early and I'll be done, and then I can rush over to the Booksplosion panel. That didn't happen, let me tell you. I got to the V.E. Schwab line early, and there's still a shit ton of people in front of me, and she took the time to talk to and to take pictures with every single person, and it took a really long time. By the time I actually got up to meet her, it was already 6:15. Like, I had been waiting an hour, and BookCon was closed. And I'm so grateful that she took the time to talk to every single person, because I think it's so thoughtful of the author, and I think it's just amazing that she actually takes the time out of her day. I got her to sign my copy of Vicious, which I haven't read yet. Now it's signed, so I feel better about myself. And I also got to show her my defaced copy of A Darker Shade of Magic, and she took a picture with me with it, and I'll put that right here, and that was really cool. And she also signed it and personalized it. And I also met a couple of people in the line at that point. You know, people were just coming up to me left and right, and it was so heartwarming. And I think every single one of you who came up and said hi or asked to take a picture with me, it seriously meant everything to me. So thank you so much for watching and for acknowledging that I'm doing this thing on here, because it means so much to me. Thank you. So Sunday we got there and we were rushing to get ready because we were like trying to beat the clock. While we were waiting outside though, I did grab this penguin teen tote, which is really awesome because this is the first tote that I had gotten because I was too nervous to go up to any of the booths and ask for a tote the day before. So I at least have one to remember this trip. So as soon as we went in, we booked it to the BookTube panel, the one with Emma and Zoe and Natasha and Sasha and Claudia. Luckily they were still letting people in as they were, you know, going on. I think we were like 10 minutes late, I don't know. So we got there and I listened, and it was really awesome to hear everybody talk and everybody ask questions, and it felt so weird seeing all of these people in real life. It was very weird. The night before I had talked to Hannah and Brandon from Brandon the Book Addict over Twitter, and they said that they were gonna be there, so right after it ended I like booked it over to where they were. Meeting all of these friends that I've made on, you know, YouTube and BookTube in real life is just so cool. I started walking with all of them and I hung out with them all day, and it was a great time. I really didn't do absolutely anything that entire day until the 1:30 Cassandra Clare signing. I heard online that she was only signing 2 books, so I brought my UK version of City of Lost Souls since this is my favorite book in the series. I had her personalize this one to me because, like I said, it's my fave. And while I was up there, she asked me why I had this one and if I had visited the UK, and I had to be that person to go, no, I just have all of your books in like every single edition because I'm crazy. And I was really glad that I didn't bring Lord of Shadows because I knew I was gonna have to buy it while I was there. So I have my 3rd copy of Lord of Shadows. I'm still not done with it, by the way. I'm like about halfway through and nothing's really happened yet that I'm very sad about, so I'm very happy about that. And also in the Cassie Clare line, I also met a lot of different people, so that was really awesome. Thank you again so much for coming up to me and saying hi. I so appreciated it. So I have my books, right? In my arm like this. I have my angelic rune pins that they gave us in the line. I have my little charms that they gave us while we were in the line. I have all this stuff in my hand and in my bag, and I'm walking out of the line as happy as I can be, texting, you know, Hannah, asking where they are so I can meet up with them again. And I run smack into Emma from Emma Books. To be completely honest, alright, I didn't expect any of them to know who I was because I haven't once spoken to them. I swear to God, I walked right into her and Emma looked down at me and was like, oh my God, I didn't know you were gonna be here, hi. And I'm like, thank you so much for knowing who I am, but how? I don't know, I just hadn't expected it. It was really unexpected. And while I was doing all of that with all of these amazing people, my mom was being the most amazing person in the world and was going to these ARC drops for me. And I told her to go to the Adam Silvera one. Well, I didn't know that they were only giving out 25 books. And so when she got there, there were already more than 25 people in front of her. And so she ended up getting this book called Calling My Name by Liara Tamani, and I've never heard of it, but it sounds really good. It's like a coming-of-age story about an African-American girl who grew up in a devout family in Houston, Texas. I really love all of these coming-of-age stories. I think that they're really cool and really interesting and, you know, heartwarming. Also, I just want to say that that was the only ARC that I got this entire trip. If I had gone to PEA, I probably would have gotten a lot more, but that was the only ARC that I got. And to be completely honest, I wasn't 100% interested in getting all of these different books and all of these ARCs and everything, as I was just meeting friends and talking to people and getting to know one another and, you know, having a good time. Regardless of the fact that I only got one ARC or, you know, only got so many things, like, it's not about what I'm getting. It's about, you know, who I'm meeting and the friends that I'm making. Just putting that out there right now because it's the only ARC you're gonna see in this entire video. So I ran into Emma and I'm talking to her and all of a sudden I get like hugged from behind and I turn around and it's Zoe from Read by Zoe and it's Hannah and Brandon's there and literally everybody just somehow like found me right as I was coming out of the Cassandra Clare line, which was pretty awesome because I didn't have to do any of the work to try to find them. Zoe takes us into the green room, and then we go and we take pictures, and Jenna was absolutely incredible, and thank you so much, girl, for taking pictures of me because they were gorgeous and you made me look amazing, so thank you. I had an amazing time, and I am so excited to see you guys again and to, you know, go to any of these bookish events that are going to be happening. The next one that I'll be going to is BookNet Fest, which is happening in Harry Potter World in Orlando, Florida. So if you guys are going to be there September 1st and 2nd, I think, definitely let me know because I would absolutely love to meet you guys. Okay, and so that was pretty much the end of my BookCon experience. I had a really great time, met a lot of people, made a lot of new friends, and I am just so happy that I went. And so for the rest of this video now, I'm going to be talking about the other fun things that I did in New York while I was up there. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is the other reason why we went up there and stayed that long. My sister actually got a gold key medal national award in the Scholastic Arts and Writing competition for photography. So we went to the Parsons School of Design where her photo was being, you know, shown, and it was really awesome, and so many of these kids are so talented. It is insane. But while we were there, we walked across the street to the Strand bookstore because obviously it's the Strand, and secondly, it was right there. So while we were at the Strand, I found actually the first volume of Lumberjanes, which is something that I never thought that I would really pick up in a bookstore, but I had been searching for the first volume in the store forever now, and I finally found it, and I wasn't about to pass up that chance. And I also got Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys because, one, this book has like just been raved about for the longest time, and two, I actually ordered this from Book Outlet a while ago and they canceled my order because I guess they ran out of them, so I had been dying to get my hands on this since that order got canceled, and now I have it. I also, while I was there, got two pins. This one just says Strand Bookstore, and this one says a well-read woman is a dangerous creature. We also went to the New York Public Library, and while I was there, I got these two puffin chalk classic versions of Peter Pan and Alice's Adventures in Wonderland because I'd seen these versions around a couple of places, and when I saw them in person, I knew I had to get them, so I did. And the final thing that I want to talk to you guys about is the Broadway shows that I went to see because these things changed my life. If you guys don't know already, I love Panic at the Disco. I love Brendan Urie. Who doesn't love Brendan Urie? Let's be honest. When I heard that Brendan Urie was making his Broadway debut in the show Kinky Boots, I knew I had to go see it. Now, at first glance, the word Kinky Boots just doesn't sound like a good show. It sounds like a very weird show. But I am telling you right now, please go see it. If not with Brendan, then afterward, but it will blow your mind. It was so amazing and funny and adorable and just, you know, heart-wrenching, but also like ended with such a good note, and I absolutely loved it. Plus the guy who plays Lola, I think his name is J. Ree Harrison or J. Harrison Ree, something along those lines, was incredible. He stole the show, even from Brendan Urie. It was just amazing. And then afterward, I didn't know that stage dooring was a thing. So by the time we got out, I saw all of these people waiting and I was like, what are they waiting for? Then I realized it was for the cast and the company. So I quickly got in line and I asked these two wonderful girls in front of me if they would hold my playbill, and they were so nice, and they did. And they managed to get pretty much everybody's signature who came out. Brendan Urie actually doesn't come out during matinee shows. This was a matinee show, which means it was at 2 o'clock in the daytime. So I didn't get his signature, but it was great to get all of this nonetheless. This I will cherish for such a long time. And then the other show that I went to go see, I saw Dear Evan Hansen. And just saying those words now just like kills me because I did not think that this was going to happen. Flashback to BookCon day 2. I'm talking to Hannah and we're talking about Hamilton with Zoe, and I'm like, oh my god, you know what musical I really want to see? And they look at me and I go, Dear Evan Hansen, and me like fangirl about that, and I'm like, oh, but that's never gonna happen because the tickets are outrageous and it's so popular. Flash forward to a couple days later when I'm telling my grandma about this, and she is a very hard-headed woman. So as soon as I tell her that I really want to see this show, she goes straight down to the concierge and asks her and says, I want to see this show, get me some tickets. And the woman's like, okay. We're like, we can see it this day and this day. So she calls up this guy and she manages to get these tickets. that I could not find because they were sold out everywhere. We pay an inexorbitant amount of money. I'm not even going to tell you how much money I paid for these. Like, I'm not. It was totally worth every second of it. Now, by the time I'm filming this video, Dear Evan Hansen has already won 6 out of the 9 Tonys that it was awarded, including Best Musical, and Ben Platt was awarded the best role of a leading actor in a musical, or whatever it's called. So pretty much everybody else agrees with me that this musical was insanely amazing. And the first night, Wednesday night, the entire cast was there. You know, I got to see Ben Platt perform and he was amazing, and you know, everybody was there. So we went outside to the stage door, and if you guys saw my tweets, I actually did get my sister to go out like 45 minutes before the show ended and stand at the barrier. That way when I came out, I would have a place at the barrier because I am ruthless. I was at the barrier and I got to get Michael Park's signature. I got to get the, I don't remember her name and I feel really bad, but it's the actress who plays Connor's and Zoe's mom. And I also got to get Laura Dreyfuss's signature, who plays Zoe, and that was amazing because I absolutely adore her so much. I went back again the next night. Now, I didn't see the show, but I went to stage door again, and I was almost first row. I was almost at the barrier, but I was able to stick my arm out and, you know, get it signed. And so again, I got Mike Park and the woman who plays Zoe and Connor's mom. Both of them came out again, and this time Crystalline came out, who plays Alana. She came out and I got her signature too, and that was it again. So regardless of whether the fact that I didn't get like a lot of signatures on this, I'm just happy that I got some, because I will cherish these forever, knowing that I will probably never see this show again. So I am just so eternally grateful that I got to see it while the entire cast and crew was still the original cast. So, oh my god, I can't even tell you guys how happy that makes me. I can't. That was my New York BookCon experience. To whoever has stuck this out to the end, thank you so much, because my mouth hurts from smiling. I really hope that next year I'm able to go to Book Expo along with BookCon. I'm hoping that I can apply for a press pass and get in that way, and, you know, be able to get all of these arcs that I really wanted. I'm still insanely jealous of everybody who got all the Crooked Saints by Maggie Stiefvater, and I am just really excited to know where I'm going to go after this and where this whole thing is going to take me. I had a great time and I can't wait to do it again and again and again, and however long I'm going to do it, I just cannot wait. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye!